So BASF is the world's leading chemical company. We are the largest chemical company worldwide. What we produce are chemical products, and they're predominantly going to help solve a lot of the mega trends that you see. So you look at mobility, you look at energy efficiency, you look at climate change. All of these mega trends pose some challenges, and BASF, with the chemical products and the system solutions that we offer, try to have some answers for these. Our target group is what we call the BASF relevant public. So we define that as the group in any country that has an above average education, above average income, and a specific interest in business topics, in economic topics, in political topics, and in environmental topics. So we're still not going to try to reach the whole general public, because we're a business-to-business company, but we have quite considerably enlarged our target groups. Why did we do this? Because I think we have understood that we need to be in an active dialogue with a larger group of people, with people who form opinions, who influence opinions. And today you don't have the old model anymore of opinion trickling down from the top of a society, but it's really being formed in all levels of society. And this is a result of mass media, and of course it's being accelerated even more through the new social media. So in a way, we've been always discussing, talking to our target groups, but of course in the age of social media, this discussion now gets a very new character that we are trying to address, and that we're trying to use, because we see that there's a lot of opportunities of using the social media and try to explain what it is that we do. I think the new media have not yet really affected how we operate our business. I think the way we operate our business is much more coming from the challenges we see around us in the markets that we operate in. I mentioned earlier the global mega trends, mobility, urbanization, and the need for higher energy efficiency, the need for climate protection. These are factors that influence our business, that open up opportunities for our solutions from based on our chemistry. The new social media are for us a way to build on our stakeholder dialogue and to get into a more interactive mode, to have a bit more dialogue and try to learn also more from our stakeholders, because as in the past, I would say communication was very much we would talk about what we're doing. This was part of our transparency. We talked a lot. We very openly communicate about what we're doing. But with the new social media, we now have a much quicker and more detailed back channel, if you want. So we get more feedback. We get more examples of public opinion, of individuals talking to us, giving us their point of view. So this, of course, enriches our understanding of our stakeholders, and that, I think, is what has changed. In the external stakeholder world, I think the benefits are that we can have a much more direct link with our stakeholders. If you want, even a web page already is sort of a license for a television, a license for radio, a license for newspaper. You can publish your information, your stories, your news on this website. But it's still only push. So with the social media, you have also a feedback channel. You have stakeholders who give you information on either your products or the way they perceive you at your sites, or just general statements about the perception of BASF. So this is a new quality, and this enables us to get into a real dialogue. So that, I think, is a major benefit if you look at the outside world. If you look at the inside world, we've actually done a very interesting experiment, because you have the same phenomenon inside the company. We are now using social media to some extent also internally. We have established something that we call Connect BASF, which is sort of a web page for every employee. He or she can post, can blog, can talk about what it is that he or she is doing, try to connect with colleagues across the world on certain topics. So this is really a connection platform. But we, in Asia Pacific, we went one step further, and we created a collaboration platform. Because we see the benefits of crowdsourcing, of trying to use the knowledge, the experience, and the expertise of many people around the region. So we've established a platform that we call Simplify, And the idea is that we ask employees, please look at your environment, your work environment, look at your job or even what you perceive in the company, and tell us where you think things could be easier, faster, better, to say it very general, and then come up with some ideas, and then work with some colleagues across the region on these ideas. And it's quite amazing. We now have more than 600 people contributing to this. We have more than 60 topics out there, and people are working and actually coming up with very concrete proposals, which are then being implemented. We've actually had the first implementation. So it's quite a fascinating experience that we have, which then brings me back to the external benefits, because in a way this is a bit of an experimenting field that you can do internally. And I think we haven't even fathomed the opportunities that this can offer if we open this up and if we move this externally. So it's a really interesting platform. And we're discussing this with customers. They're very interested in learning more about it because they might want to use it for their own purposes. It's something very easy to use, and it has quite, I would even say, surprising and astonishing power to shape a company's culture.